What's going on, guys? PDMC here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm playing a little bit of MX Bikes. This is a little different than what I've usually uploaded recently, but I wanted to show off this track and talk about some of the reasons why I think this is one of the best tracks in the game. This map is Madagascar by JV, and it is a really detailed map. It came out about, I'd say, almost just over half a year ago, and I wanted to go over this video because not a lot of people have been posting it recently. I've noticed not a lot of YouTubers really covered it when it first came out, and not a lot of YouTubers continue to cover it now today, because I see a lot of the same tracks being covered on YouTube getting recommended to me, and I don't usually see this track recommended to me. I actually didn't even know this track existed until I saw it on the MX Bikes shop page. So I wanted to check it out, give a few of the reasons why I think this is probably one of the best tracks in the game, and just give my overall opinions on the track. The theme of this track, oh my god, like the colors are incredibly vibrant on this track. The attention to detail is incredible, with all the little, in the beginning of the tracks here, when you ride down the track, you see all these little bushes in the way, and just the way that the track works, and just not only the track, but how the environment works. Like if at any point, you can stop your bike on the trail and look around and probably take a pretty damn good screenshot of everything that's going on around you. So I think that the attention to detail is crazy. Like if you look at, you see all these spikes sticking out of the ground, as well as the tires just on the side of the road, as well as these big palm leaf plants. Let me actually move into the replay editor here, and just show off the environment a little bit here. Look at this just incredible detail in the environment here, with all the trees and all the different types of leaves. I was looking at it, noticing that like there are so many different assets, just a bunch of different leaves and plants that are going down here, as well as things like, look at this this plane, this crashed plane here, which actually is part of the enduro track, where you come down here and ride over this plane here, as well as, look at these incredibly designed birds that are all over the map. I guess not incredibly designed, they're just like a little 2D picture of birds, but they really bring this place to life. And I mean, like the beach filled with all the people and the different things like these umbrellas here, these beach umbrellas, and just the whole track is set up and organized in a way that shows off all these details to the maximum potential here, as well as like these ropes here that block off different segments of the track depending on which track you select when you start up the game. I want to go down here and check out this bridge right here. So this bridge is really cool segment, the way it's set up. Just want to show off these birds here. This, like when you're riding over this track and you see these birds, it really brings the track to life and just shows how detailed this track really is. I mean, if you like ride over this, you can really see. So I'm gonna hop back in. We're gonna rip around the track a little bit real quick. So the first part of the track starts off here, come around this turn, up this hill, and just all these details of the different things sticking out on the side of the road. The way the track guides you, it looks a little run down in the beginning, which is pretty cool. And when I first loaded up the map, I was a little worried. I saw this and I was like, uh-oh, like it's not going to be a real track, it's going to be a little rundown area. But then you start getting down here. So you come down here, and you have these little jumps and little rollers. This is where the track really starts to pick up. You come up here, and these jumps here, you can really fling it out. Oh my god, I almost did a 360 there. If you also stop and just take a second to listen around you, you can hear the sounds of the jungle around you. So it's the way he threw the sounds in and everything around the entire jungle, it really brings this place to life. I mean, sorry, if I stop for a sec, you can hear sort of the birds chirping in the background, just some of like the insects. It just really sounds like the jungle here. Really feels lived in and alive, with all the people, all the animals and everything. Like just incredible detail. So this track isn't just the details in the environment that really makes it. It's the actual track itself. As you see here, this track is filled with just absolute booters. And as you see here, I messed that up pretty gnarly. But as if you look at the walls and everything here too, all of these fences, all of these boards posted up here, they all have collision. So when you ride over it, you hit it, it will bounce you in or out. And it's actually done really well. As well as if I come up, let's see, if I come up over this hill right here. So these tires, the ones stacked up right here, they have collision as well, which is just a really cool small detail that I really liked. I noticed sometimes I don't really like them when I'm coming around the track at full speed and I nail them and mess up my line because I hit the tires on the side. But overall, they do a great job at just adding to the overall rideability of the track. I feel like it's a good way to keep you in bounds and sort of in a way that keeps you immersed in the track. I remember like one of the first thoughts I had when I was when I threw this track on was, dang, I want to try this track in VR. And I've never really hopped into MX bikes and wanted to use the VR mode. I just never really felt like it would be all that great because I'm always just on controller and everything. But man, as soon as I loaded up this track, I really was like, this track would be cool to see in VR, which is something I can't really say for a lot of tracks because not just the detail, but the track itself is just not. When it has a lot of detail, it does a lot of times the track doesn't have that good track to go along with it, that spark to really push it above all the other tracks. And on this one, I really notice it. I mean, coming around these turns, around every turn section, every little jump you see here, there's something new and just a new way to go at it. There's also a ton of different ways to hit this. I feel like every time I go around this track, I'm hitting a new line. Not even just on places that have multiple lines, just in general, like turn sections or anything. Let's see if I come around here. Even just this turn right here. Let's see here. Even just this turn right here, you can come at it in a variety of different ways on the inside or the outside, and it's different either way. You can either hit it on the inside and just try to rough it out, or you can hit it on the outside and just really rail the berm around the turn, which is a really cool addition to this track. And I know a lot of tracks have it, but this track just really, it just mixed with the environment. It really makes this track really incredible. And another thing is these jumps. Every single jump on this track is just an absolute booter. It boots you straight up into the sky, and if you want to hit a whip off of it, it'll throw the front of the bike in down, and you can get some really sick whips, some really sick turn downs off these big jumps, these big booters here. So there's 3 different tracks on this map. There's this MX track, and then there's also an enduro track and a sand track that goes around the outside. The sand track is really cool because it mixes in some elements of the dirt track, and when riding the sand track, you can really see the attention to detail that was really all the thought that was put into building this track. I mean, all the trails lead up to each other, and then you have the enduro track too, which is a cool little track that just runs around the outside, and just really great at bringing this track all together. The details on the track, like the trees and the chairs, like if you're riding around the map, you see all these canopies, the little track markers, and everything that's basically loaded onto this track is just a work of art. It's truly incredible. I mean, like, just the way that this track was built it's pretty crazy to think that this track was built like this, and that if this track was built like this, then it's possible that other tracks can be built like this. And I'm really excited to see what JV has in store for us in the future. And I want to see more tracks like this. I want to see more outlandish tracks like this. I want to see more tracks that go above and beyond and just really show off what this game is capable of. Because I mean, loading into this track, this is one of those tracks where you're like, this could have been made by Puboso. This could have been a track made by a game company that knows what they're doing. It also reminds me a lot of the Danny Way's Hawaiian Dream, a DLC from Skate 3, which is one that like really hits home to me from my childhood and stuff. So it's just a really cool track overall. Really love the track. I think it's probably the best track, one of the best tracks, if not the best track. And if you want to go check it out for yourself, I'll leave the track linked in the description, as well as I'm going to link the video that Start Your Systems did in this description, just demonstrating all the different tracks, because I know I didn't do a very good job at demonstrating all the tracks in the game. So I think that they did a pretty good job at showing off all the tracks and explaining how all the different tracks work. So I'm just going to leave their video linked in the description, and thank you for tuning in. I'm also going to show me doing a full lap on this track without falling, hopefully. Just so you guys can see this main MX track and see how it works. But thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.